Hey there, my wonderful friends. Welcome to 12 Sphere. It's so great to have you here with me today. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where winter paints everything in a beautiful, glittering white? Where the air is crisp, and the warmth of community fills every home? Well, you're in for a real treat. Today, we're going on an incredible journey together. We're going to spend a whole day, from sunrise to starlight, in a charming Russian village, blanketed in snow. We'll meet some amazing people, experience their traditions, and truly feel the peaceful, inspiring rhythm of daily life there. This isn't just a story. It's an adventure designed to spark your curiosity, fill you with calm, and maybe even make you dream of visiting or living in such a magical place. Along the way, I'll be sharing some cool tips, inspiring thoughts, and even some fun facts to make our journey even more special. So, grab your coziest blanket, perhaps a warm cup of tea, and let's dive into the heart of Russia's winter wonderland. The first hint of dawn in the village of Berezniki was not a brilliant burst of sun, but a gentle, ethereal glow filtering through the heavy, snow-laden branches of the birch trees. Inside the small, sturdy wooden house, the air was already warm. Smelling faintly of pine and the last embers of a slowly dying fire in the pechka, the traditional Russian stove. Our first character, Babushka Anya, was already awake. Her hands, gnarled but nimble from a lifetime of caring and creating, moved with practiced ease. She was stoking the pechka, adding small, seasoned logs that crackled and sparked, sending a comforting warmth throughout the main room. Outside, the world was still cloaked in a thick, silent blanket of fresh snow. That had fallen overnight. Babushka Anya's morning ritual was a dance of tranquility. First, she made a strong, fragrant black tea in her beautiful painted samovar. The water simmered gently, a soft hiss filling the quiet kitchen. She poured it into a delicate teacup, adding a spoonful of raspberry jam, a traditional Russian sweetener that added a lovely fruity sweetness. As she sipped her tea, she looked out the frosted window. The world outside was a masterpiece of white. The snow sparkling under the soft pre-dawn light. Have you ever woken up to a silent world covered in snow? What was that feeling like? A little later, her grandson, Misha, stirred from his slumber. Misha was a lively boy of 8, with rosy cheeks and eyes that sparkled with mischief and curiosity. He bounded into the kitchen, rubbing the sleep from his eyes, drawn by the comforting aroma of freshly baked blini, thin Russian pancakes that Babushka Anya was already flipping on a hot griddle. "Dobro jutro, babushka," he chirped, his voice bright. "Good morning, Grandma." "Dobro jutro, Misha," she replied, her smile warming the room more than the pechka could. "The snow has been busy again." Misha rushed to the window, pressing his nose against the cold glass. His eyes widened. "It's so much. Can we build a snowman today, Babushka?" Babushka Anya chuckled. "Perhaps, my little blizzard. First breakfast, then we see." She placed a stack of warm blini on his plate. Along with a dollop of smetana, sour cream, and more of that delicious raspberry jam. Even in the quietest moments, there's a deep joy in routine and tradition. Babushka Anya finds peace in her morning rituals, showing us that small, consistent actions can bring great comfort and stability to our lives. It's about finding beauty in the everyday. After a hearty breakfast, the day truly began. The sun had now fully risen, casting long blue shadows across the sparkling snow. Misha, bundled in his warmest coat, hat and mittens, was practically bouncing with excitement. Babushka Anya, equally bundled, joined him outside. Their first task, clearing the path to the small wooden banya, the traditional Russian sauna, and the shed where the firewood was stored. Shovels in hand, they began to work. Misha, though small, was eager to help, his shovel scraping against the fresh snow with a satisfying crunch. Babushka Anya moved steadily, her movements efficient and strong. The air was crisp and invigorating, filling their lungs with the scent of frozen earth and clean snow. Sometimes, the most beautiful experiences come when we step outside our comfort zones and embrace the elements. Don't be afraid to try new things, even if they seem a little challenging at first. The reward of fresh air and a sense of accomplishment is truly wonderful. As they cleared the path, a few of their neighbors began to emerge from their own homes, similarly dressed and preparing for the day. There were warm greetings exchanged, a friendly privet here and a shared laugh there. The sense of community in Berezniki was palpable, a quiet understanding and readiness to help one another. After their chore, Misha, unable to contain his excitement any longer, started rolling a small ball of snow, which quickly grew into a larger sphere. Babushka Anya watched him with a fond smile. "Looks like we are building a snowman after all, my little blizzard," she said. Together, they began to construct their snowy friend. Misha found some small stones for eyes and a long carrot for a nose. Babushka Anya produced a bright red scarf and an old felt hat from inside the house. Their snowman, named Snejok, meaning snowball, quickly took shape, a cheerful sentinel watching over their yard. Did you know that the pechka, the Russian stove, isn't just for heating and cooking? In many traditional homes, it also serves as a cozy, warm sleeping spot, especially for children or the elderly during the cold, winter nights. Later in the afternoon, Babushka Anya had an idea. "Misha," she said, "how about we take a walk through the forest? We can gather some dry pine cones for the pechka and see how the forest sleeps in winter." Misha's eyes lit up. He loved exploring with his grandmother. They laced up their sturdy winter boots, grabbed a small basket, and ventured out, leaving Snejok guarding their home. The path into the forest was narrow, lined with towering pines and firs whose branches were heavily draped in snow, creating natural arches over their heads. The silence in the forest was profound, broken only by the soft crunch of their boots on the snow and the occasional gentle sigh of the wind through the branches. It was a silence that soothed the soul, a peaceful hush that made you feel connected to something ancient and grand. As they walked, Babushka Anya pointed out animal tracks in the snow, a rabbit's quick hops, the delicate prints of a small bird. She taught Misha how to identify different trees by their bark, even when their leaves were gone, and how to spot the best pine cones, those that were dry and perfect for burning. When you're in nature, take a moment to really listen. Not just to the sounds around you, but to the quiet within. Nature has a way of calming our minds and reminding us of the simple beauty of the world. It's like a peaceful meditation. Misha, ever the adventurer, spotted something half buried in the snow, a discarded birch bark container. "What's this, Babushka?" he asked. "Ah, that," she explained, "is what people used to collect birch sap in the spring. Even in winter, the forest holds its secrets and promises of new life." They collected their basket full of pinecones, their fingers growing a little numb, but their spirits high. The walk was more than just gathering fuel. It was a lesson in resilience, observation, and appreciation for the natural world. What kind of outdoor activities do you enjoy during different seasons? Do you prefer warm weather or cold weather adventures? As dusk began to settle, painting the sky in soft hues of pink and purple, Babushka Anya and Misha returned home. The warmth of the pechka welcomed them, a comforting embrace after their chilly adventure. Babushka Anya began preparing a simple but delicious dinner, borscht, a rich beet soup, simmering slowly on the pechka, filling the house with its earthy aroma. Misha helped set the table, laying out their wooden spoons and ceramic bowls. After dinner, as the true darkness of winter night descended outside, they settled by the pechka. The fire crackled softly, casting dancing shadows on the walls. Babushka Anya, with Misha nestled close beside her, began to tell stories. Stories of old Russian folk tales of magical creatures, brave heroes and clever animals. Her voice was soft and rhythmic, drawing Misha into worlds of wonder. In a world filled with screens and fast-paced information, there's incredible power in the simple act of storytelling. It connects generations, preserves culture, and sparks imagination. Taking time to share stories, whether from books or from your own life, creates lasting memories and deepens relationships. Find joy in the simple things. The warmth of a fire, the taste of a home-cooked meal, and the magic of a story shared with loved ones are treasures that don't cost a thing but enrich our lives immeasurably. These are the moments that truly matter. Misha listened intently, his eyes wide, occasionally asking a question about a character or a magical object. The atmosphere was one of pure contentment, a profound sense of peace and belonging. It was a reminder that even in the coldest of seasons, human connection and shared warmth can create the most beautiful kind of light. Before bedtime, Babushka Anya helped Misha prepare for the next day. She laid out his clean clothes and reminded him to brush his teeth. As he climbed into his cozy bed, he looked out his window. The moon was now high, illuminating the vast expanse of snow outside, making it shimmer like a field of diamonds. Sneechok, their snowman, stood silently, a guardian bathed in moonlight. Babushka Anya came to his bedside, tucking him in warmly. "Spokojnej noci, Misha," she whispered. "Sweet dreams, spokojnej noci, Babushka." He murmured back, already half asleep, dreaming of snowball fights and new adventures in thingless white. As Misha drifted off to sleep, Babushka Anya sat by the pechka for a little while longer, watching the embers glow. She reflected on the day. It had been a simple day, full of ordinary activities, yet it was precisely in its simplicity that its beauty lay. The fresh air, the shared laughter, the quiet work, the comforting stories, these were the threads that Mipulpia wove the rich tapestry of life in Beresniki Tot. She thought about the resilience of her community, the way they embraced the harshness of winter with warmth and cheer, finding beauty in every snowflake and joy in every shared moment. Moral of the story. This story, my friends, is a gentle reminder that true richness in life isn't found in grand adventures or material possessions, but in the everyday moments we share, the traditions we uphold, and the connections we forge. It's about finding peace and joy in the simple rhythms of nature and community, embracing the challenges, and celebrating the quiet beauty of our surroundings. It shows us that even in the depths of winter, warmth, love, and inspiration can flourish abundantly. If you could spend a day in a place like Berezniki, what activity would you be most excited to try? And there you have it, our beautiful journey through a peaceful winter day in a Russian village. We've seen how Babushka Enya and Misha found joy in clearing snow, building a snowman, exploring the silent forest, and sharing warm stories by the pechka. They learned about the deep sense of community, the wisdom in simple routines, and the resilience of people who embrace their unique landscape. I hope this story has inspired you, brought a sense of calm, and maybe even sparked a dream of exploring new places and cultures. Remember, there's so much beauty to discover in the world, often in the most unexpected and quiet corners. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to join me on more peaceful slice of life stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep finding the beauty in your everyday. Goodbye for now.